This is NewsNation Now. I'm Nichole, Berlie, live at our headquarters in Chicago, and we begin today with new polling showing how tight the race is for the White House in those key swing states. Take a look at this. The new polls from Emerson College and our partners at The Hill show Vice President Harris edging out former President Trump in Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, while Trump is beating Harris in Arizona, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. If you take a look there, Pennsylvania is tied. All of the races are within the margin of error. And of course, with more than 2 months till the election, it is far too early for either side to feel safe. Instead, the two camps are continuing their battleground blitz. Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, in Georgia today. They're finishing out a 2-day bus tour. They're going across the rural counties of the Peach State before holding a rally in Savannah. That will happen later tonight. And then Trump is in Michigan. He is set to speak on the economy there in just a few hours. Let's bring in NewsNation's Joe Connell, who's been looking into this new polling very, very close. Joe is live there in D.C. Joe, with the state of the race as of today.
Yeah, so this new polling data from our partners at The Hill shows that this race is in a virtual tie, and it is incredibly close. As you mentioned, we look at the battleground states. If you look at the math, and we're going to dig into the math here in just a moment, you basically got 7, and 6 of them, 3 lean toward Kamala, 3 lean toward Trump, but the margins are so small here that, again, they're basically canceling each other out. Take a look here in Trump's favor now. You've got Arizona, you've got North Carolina, you've got Wisconsin, but he's only winning respectively in those states by 1 point, 3 points, and 1 point. That is again, virtual tie in some crucial states. Now let's look at the ones that show that Kamala Harris has a slight lead here. We're talking about Nevada, we're talking about Michigan, and we're talking about Georgia. And again, an exact mirror of the other side. She's up by 1 point, 3 points, and 1 point in those states. Now, that's a far cry from where we were just at the beginning of last month, when Donald Trump had a comfortable but small lead in all of the battleground states. That is no longer the case. This is a virtual tie at this point. If you look at the map overall, and again, we're trying to project here, let's say, just for argument's sake, the election was held today, and it's exactly as we just showed you. You have Harris winning 263 electoral votes. Again, you need 270 to win. And you've got Trump winning 256. Neither side with the states we just showed you is actually winning. There's one important battleground we did not discuss, and that is Pennsylvania. We've left Pennsylvania blank because both sides are at a virtual tie. So in this situation, it would literally come down to one state. Neither side can win without it. And they are at 48 and 48 in Pennsylvania. So what does this tell us, Nichole? It shows us, number one, how close this race is. But it shows us, number two, how important each individual battleground state is going to be. Neither campaign can take anything for granted, and that's why you're going to see exactly what we're seeing today. Kamala Harris, she's in Georgia right now. Governor Tim Walz, he is in North Carolina. Donald Trump is again in Michigan. They are going to have to hammer each of those 7 swing states that we've been highlighting now between now and Election Day, because that is going to be the ball game, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, grueling schedules for both sides up until the election. Joe, should we expect these numbers to remain this close until Election Day? I mean, is it likely one candidate will break away?
Yeah, it seems most likely that these numbers are going to remain close, because you look at events in the world right now, and obviously there can always be an October surprise, as they put it, something that comes out that may shake up the race. But as it stands now, we only have one guaranteed debate. Sometimes a debate can shake up the race, but there are fewer and fewer events between now and Election Day that have the potential to actually do that. Look at last debate. That literally might have changed the whole course of history, because Joe Biden then dropped out of the race. But there aren't that many moments or opportunities in, 70 days. So it does appear this may very likely stay incredibly close, razor thin, between now and when people are actually going to the polls in November.
All right. Joe Connell live for us there in D.C. Joe, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.